If you're like me and you're not some young guy anymore and you're out riding electric skateboards or whatever kind of extreme sports you like to do, you might want to check this one out. It's all about the old bones therapy. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony, and yes, you know that I've been getting into electric skateboards and things like that lately. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This could go for any kind of extreme sport, any kind of e-mobility, mountain climbing, whatever. And they're compression sleeves. And I have to admit, when I first heard compression sleeves, I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. It sounds like something that like really old dudes have to wear or something like that. Well, the name of the company is Old Bones Therapy. So, look, I'm not a spring chicken. If I'm going to be out riding these things and stuff, I might strain a muscle, pull a muscle. I might need these after the fact. I might need them while I'm riding. There are some definite benefits. If you look at their website, they do have a really good article on there about a simple solution to your knee brace that won't stay up. So basically they go through all the stuff, that they like to do. They go into the fact that with extreme sports and physical activities, it's not easy on our bodies. And if you ask any of these athletes over the age of 30 if they've had a knee injury, they'll probably smile knowingly, perhaps even laugh at you. Yeah, so basically they design products to help with these aches and pains, allowing the customers to continue being active and enjoying the sports that they love. The reason why they're bringing up knee braces is because it's one of the most common things amongst extreme sports athletes. So one of the questions that they heard a lot is, how do I keep my knee brace from sliding down? And they said, well, whether it's a knee brace or a knee pad, Old Bones Therapy has perfected the knitted compression sleeve. They make compression sleeves for ankles, knees, elbows, and wrists. These compression sleeves are made out of highly elastic knitted material, which will not stretch out and will stay up without any extra straps. And as for knee braces sliding down, and that goes for any of the pads that you might wear, the cool thing is, as it relates to compression sleeves, you can wear them underneath your knee pads or braces, and they'll help to keep your knee brace from sliding down, and that includes the pads. So additional benefits to wearing a compression sleeve: increased circulation, pain relief, reduces swelling, faster recovery time, improves stability. I'll tell you, that one definitely works. Maintains alignment and prevents further injuries. The owner of this company has been skating since he was like 14 years old. His name is Brandon Fields. He's a 100% skateboarder, software engineer, and entrepreneur. He said, sitting at my desk got to hurting my lower back, though according to some it was 10,000 falls that I had taken 12 feet onto concrete that may have done it. Either way, my back was hurting. Ice, they said. Put ice on it. I did. The ice moved, melted, or otherwise avoided my sore spot. Through a series of errors, I came up with a way to comfortably ice my bones and cook dinner at the same time. Suddenly, I was ruling at life again, and that's their thing, always ruling. Our bones aren't getting younger, but they don't need to stop us either. So they have pretty much anything you'd be looking for kind of braces and compression sleeves and things like that. They have them springs, they have them with extra supports on them and stuff. I was just going for compression sleeves because, well, for one, I like the idea that they help to keep your pads on, because if you crash and your pad slips right down your elbow, well, you're hosed, right? Not only that, but sometimes after I skate, I got some aches in some of my joints and stuff like that. So knee for sure, right? Yeah, definitely. So what I did is I bought a bundle that was ankle, elbow, and knee. And then I also got these shock absorbing foot insoles, and their arch support, impact protection, improved stability. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed is right off the bat, man, my feet and ankles would hurt pretty bad from riding a skateboard if I took a long ride, right? The electric skateboard. Well, these have cooling layers, shock cushion, heel stabilizer, arch support, additional impact pads. And you can kind of see the breakdown of it right there. So yeah, these work really good. I'm going to show you those in a shoe. I was going to put them in my Vans, but the only Vans I have right now, the insole does not come out so easily. I didn't feel like tearing it out. I put it in some Nikes. So these are really nice. Let me show you this real quick. Now, I don't, for some reason, I lost a little card that goes with it, that little card like that, with the ankles. But these are the ankles, and you'll see that you've got padding that goes all the way up like that on them. That's where your heel is going to go. So there's padding that's built into these, and it's real nice. It's kind of the gel type padding that's in there, and these definitely stabilize my ankle. Now, I took one of each out, and I've been using one either during or after skating, and it's been really good. I just wanted to be able to show you everything in the packages that came in. And you don't always need both of them. Like, you might just be having an ankle problem in your right ankle and you want to support that a little bit more. So not only is this a compression sleeve, but it also, man, it just really holds your ankle straight. So that helps. And it makes you feel overall, when you're wearing these things, you just feel a lot more secure. So that's the ankles. Then we got elbow. And the elbow, they have pads that are right here, and these pads actually sit like kind of down here on your forearm, and this goes up, your elbow goes inside of there. And there's a packaging for the elbow. Now, you do want to look at the sizing guide, and they tell you to go a little bit, like, you know, go a size down if you want it tighter, or looser, you want to go bigger. But yeah, there's the sizes on there. I went with medium, 13 inches or less, but I probably should have went with large after I put these on. They're a little bit tight, but that's okay. So increased stability, less bulk, all the security and support without the added bulk. Lightweight, non-neoprene, comfortable, washable. Yeah, that is important. Increases circulation, muscle endurance, and promotes faster recovery times. Proven to reduce inflammation. 100% guarantee on all their stuff. So they'll refund your money if it didn't work out for you. And this is the knee one. Now, their knee ones, they also have them that have red stitching on them, and they look really cool, but they were out of stock when I got mine. I went ahead and purchased right away because I was like, I'm probably going to need these. But yeah, the black look really good. And for me, they're mostly going to be under my pads anyways. But it's got a nice knee circle, knee donut, or whatever you want to call it. And man, when you're wearing these things, it definitely makes your legs just feel so much more solid. And because these are on, they go above and below your pads, they actually help your pads to stay on. And here's the packaging for that. Same thing, increased stability, but innovative knee brace design helps patella-shaped gel pad, or includes patella-shaped gel pad for maximum joint and kneecap stabilization, all the security and support without the added bulk. And this, to me, is kind of the important part right here. Increases circulation, muscle endurance, and promotes faster recovery time. Alleviates the effects of high-impact activities, which on an electric skateboard, yeah, your knees are just getting racked all the time. Proven to reduce inflammation and provide pain relief for minor injuries and post-surgery aches and pains. Best of all, our sleeves stay up and won't slide down. And I'm going to tell you, because I have bought some compression for my knee before, it is, man, they never want to stay up. These things, they stay up really well. And your sizing guide right there. So yeah, I emailed Brandon and was like, hey man, this is pretty cool. Turns out that I grew up in San Diego, and he was very familiar with the skateboard parks that I had skated when I was growing up there. Del Mar Skate Ranch, Oasis, and things like that. So we had a little bit to talk about. It was really cool. He knows his stuff. He knows the skateboarding, and he made these to make it easier for old dudes. All right, I'm not an old dude, but you know what I mean. I'm no spring chicken. Make it easier for people that aren't young to handle their skating. Well, I tell you what, let's just go ahead. I'm going to put each one of these on and show you what they look like. All right, I have the shoe now. So this is just a Nike shoe. I'd like to put these in my Vans or something, but the Vans that I have a brand new pair of Vans that I don't want to tear out the insole on, and that does have to be removed from the shoe before you can put it in. On this one, I pulled that insole out of here. Well, I tried this in my Vans without removing the insole, and it's too thick for your shoe. So yeah, you're going to need to, pretty much any shoe, you're going to need to take the insole out, but it works really well. This part right here is harder. We've got a soft part right there, right where my heel sits. That's really nice. There's extra little pieces in here for security or impact. You know, this is a harder piece right here. And this gets pretty much flat near the toe. Now, you can cut these for 11 and 12 and all that, but I didn't have to cut these at all. I just stuck them right in there. I wear a size 12 shoe. So once you get the old insole out, you just pop her in like that and boom. And it fits in there really nice. These shoes are actually really nice for skating. They just probably get torn up real easy. Well, let's do this. We're going to flip the camera around. I'll put one of each on and show you. And like I said, you might not need two of everything. I just decided to go ahead and, because the bundle costs less than buying them individually. And I was like, hey, I'll probably need all of them eventually. What I've been doing is my left knee, it's been a little bit weak lately, so I'll throw one of these things on and put my pads on over that. But I have not done a run where I put all of it on. It's super, super freaking hot in North Carolina right now, and I don't feel like I want to put all these on, then pads and all of that. But when I get home sometimes, it's nice to slide one of these on my elbow or something if I'm like, dang, that hurt. Let's flip it around. So obviously we already know about the shoe. I'm not going to worry about showing you more about that. But let's start with the ankle. We'll go ahead and start at the bottom. And with the ankles, I got extra large, and you're going to measure your ankle. If I remember right, you measure it around right there. And then you're going to take this. All those directions are on the website for that. You just take that, you slide it over, just like that. Get it down in there, right there. So those right there indicate the flex of the actual ankle. And then on the sides of the ankle, you got these nice pads right there. And you know what? You can put that over a sock, or you can put it under a sock if you want to. Okay, so for the knees, you're going to notice here at the top of it, it's got these little kind of nubbies on there. They're kind of, I guess, silicone or something like that. That helps to keep that up, so it helps pull it up. So we're just going to go like this. Yep, straight up like that. Boom. Put that over there. So you got the nice donut around here with gel. And boy, with that right there, man, my leg feels very, very solid. So when you're standing on this thing, it's like, oh yeah, okay, now we're talking. You know, you could probably ride without the pads if you're going to be taking a simple ride, but you know, if you wanted to wear your pads, they go right up around these and they hold really well. Actually helps to hold your pads on. And last, the elbow. Now on this elbow, I got medium on this. This is the one I probably should have went large with. I don't have giant muscly arms or anything like that. I never said I did, but these kind of just go on like this. These are a little tight for me. Turning it around like that so that the elbow part is down there. Now you've got these gel pads that are going to be pushing. And basically, if you ever had one of those bands that you use for like tennis elbow or whatever, it goes around right there and holds right there. So those are 2 pressure points that are holding that. So basically right now, this whole side of my body is protected. You know, I'm going to have these in here to keep my feet more comfortable and secure. I'm going to have my ankle is going to be secured, my knee is going to be secured, and my elbow. But I will tell you, these suckers are hot, man, and it is hot as Hades here in North Carolina right now. And we have a lot of humidity, so you're going to be sweating a lot. These 3 here, I've already washed them once. They are washable, so that's great. And I basically, you know, what I've been doing so far is if one leg is feeling weak or something like that, then I've been using it for that. And, you know, hey, look, if I'm going to go on a very long ride or something like that, if I'm going to be going all day type of thing, I might want to put them all on, especially in the fall or spring. Or winter if I can get out and ride. So this is something I don't know if you're going to need or not, but I can tell you right now, they definitely help. If you just want confidence when you're out riding, especially if you're going to be going on a long ride, you know, after a while you get the fatigue and your legs start to hurt or whatever, but the pads actually help a little bit. If you're wearing pads, they kind of keep you upright. But if you're wearing these, it's just keeping everything in place. It's keeping it aligned. And as far as making me feel more secure and more solid when I'm riding. And it also helps when I come home, if I didn't wear them while I was out riding, if I come home and I'm like, man, oh, that knee, I just pop that thing on there for a little while and it definitely feels better. I remember the last time I injured my knee, I had to go find a brace or whatever. And I went to the drugstore and I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I bought 3 of them trying to figure out which one would work better. They all slipped. That is for sure. Every one of them slipped down my leg. You'd be like, constantly pulling that thing up. These don't do that, by the way, so that's nice. None of the options that I found were any good for that injury. And now that I found these, I definitely wish I'd have had these during that. I can't remember where I first saw this. It might have been a Facebook ad or something like that. But once I saw it, I was like, oh, dude, I read the story, Brandon's story, and was like, that's really cool. Keep rolling, dude. And that's what he says when he sends out your stuff. Keep rolling, man. If you're like 20, 25 watching this right now, you're thinking, well, that might be actually good. If you're over 30 years old right now, you're probably thinking, yeah, those might be really good. I'm just saying, man, when you're young, nothing bothers you. When you get old, you're like, oh, yeah, that is a little bit rough, especially those longer rides that I've been on. I'm like, dude. So that's Old Bones Therapy. I'll put a link down in the description for you. I know when you're a first-time buyer, there's a 10% discount. So you can get that. If you just go to the website, that pops up. Just a little bit of something that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to be sharing more about some of the lifestyle stuff that I'm doing with the electric skateboards and any e-mobility. That is I'm just so fascinated by e-mobility right now. So I'm looking at getting a scooter, maybe an electric bike, and we'll test them all out. I actually have another electric skateboard on the way. It should be here Monday. It is the Meepo V2 Mini. That's what it is. I actually bought a refurbished one. We're going to see how well they do on those. Well, I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to a channel like mine. So if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there is a red subscribe button down there. If you click that and the notification bell, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. If you think you're subscribed, just take a look at the button every once in a while. If it's red, you're not subscribed anymore. So I'd appreciate if you click it again. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.